start the test. Wait. What am I? What do I need to do?
Mr. Smith,
Where am I?
do you know why you're
Missile.
here?
I just want to sell some ice cream.
Why do you want to sell ice cream?
Fuck!
Who do you want for?
This happened to you? You guys please shut up. Try. Hey guys. Hey, can we please just be quiet for just 1 second? Can you please shut up? Fuck! I live in the Shocker Hall B building on the 4th floor. My name is Lane Smith. I am 19 years old. I don't believe in taking care of myself, but I do believe in an unbalanced diet and a zero exercise routine. In the morning, if my face is a little puffy, I'll ignore it while I lie in bed for another 15 to 30 minutes out of pure sloth. I can do that for hours now. After I crawl out of bed, I sit at my computer desk and contemplate if I should play video games or do schoolwork. I typically choose the former. If I'm feeling perky, I'll head to Elliott Hall, where I'll find myself in the basement's debate room. I'll sit in silence while the debate team argues and muddles about, until I finally call it a night and say I have to be somewhere, whether or not I actually do. When I find myself back within the echoey and cold confines of my dorm, I pause to look in the mirror. There is an idea of a Lane Smith, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable, I simply am not there.
Okay. Sorry that they were getting out of hand. You see, when you're living the life of an artist like myself, you tend to get overwhelmed with the contradictory voices within your own head. So I think the final was supposed to be about myself, just like about me. And you know, I was gonna put together a slideshow, and it was gonna say my name and my activities and my favorite foods. But what does that say about me? So, what about me? I don't know how long I'm gonna last continuing my education. Mostly because I just can't get my fucking work done. You asked in class once, you didn't ask, you said you didn't get it. You know, people would come to school and then pay all this money and then just not do it. And I don't really get it either. It's not a conscious thing, really. But I would just always rather be doing nothing. So, who am I?
You want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend. One night, he goes off crazier than usual. He makes a new character for his Warcraft guild. His guild leader plays as the same class. He doesn't like that. Not one bit. So me watching, he began to argue with his guild leader. Turns to me and says, "Is this guy serious?" Comes at me with the keyboard, sticks the keys on my hands. Let's ruin a man's life. Is he serious?
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a lawyer.
I know I'd go from rags to riches.
To me, being an attorney was better than being President of the United States. Even before I wandered into the 6th grade debate room for an after-school club, I knew I wanted to be a part of them. It was there that I knew I belonged. To me, it meant being somebody in the school that was full of nobodies. They weren't like anybody else. I mean, they did whatever they wanted. They argued US-China war would be good because a US first strike would wipe out China's arsenal. They said Reaganomics created the conditions for modern poverty rates and class war. And then there was Parker Hopkins. Parker did debate for a decade but never found much success competing. But he was a smooth-talking coach. At first, my parents loved that I found an activity in school. My father, who was an addict, hardly worked a job in his life, and he didn't really give a shit. And my mother was happy after she found out that I was representing the very school district she worked for. To my mother, it was the answer to all her prayers. I was the luckiest kid in the world. I could go anywhere. I could do anything within the confines of academia. I knew everybody on the team, and everybody knew me.
Must I forever be a beggar?
Using effective resource and navigating conservation, which include current management designation, not include data production, and opposed decision to maintain and develop a resource traditional fishing rates, but that means inhibiting the development costs of the brain impacts on the external source, maintaining it for the manner in which the property is used to manage protective for regulation of activities, use of the external of the property itself. 3. The half-decent regulation and scores the second.
Alright. Professor Lane is here to give you the deets. Here's the thing about my life, it's awesome. Number 1, I was born November 30th, 2003, same birthday as Magnus Carlsen and Ian from Smosh, and my girlfriend's sister's girlfriend. Number 2, born to parents Amanda Beth Whitting, formerly Paul, and David Leslie Smith, still David Leslie Smith. My parents got married before I was born, I think. I don't know. And they got divorced when I was in kindergarten, and I lived with my mom, Amanda Beth Paul, at the time. She met my stepfather, Ray, who was friends with her cousins who lived in California. So her cousin, Jeremy, who is on her grandma's side. So my grandma, Kayleen Paul, but when she died, it was Branscombe. Kayleen Branscombe's sister, Lila, kid, Jeremy, was friends in California with a guy named Raymond Whitting, and Raymond Whitting met my mom at a party thing after my parents had gotten divorced because they were trying to set her up. So they got together when I was in kindergarten, and they've been together ever since. So none of those things were about me. These are the rambles of an insane man. I'm going crazy. You know, what day is it right now? It's December 7th. I'm not even gonna hide how much I put off doing my work. I do it all the time, with every class. Before I started recording this, I took my psychology final, and after I'm done recording this and making this, I have to do my nature poetry file, where I have to read about the career of a poet and establish a correlation between their works over the years, which is like, I don't even know which poet I'm gonna do. Maybe I'm gonna do the poet who wrote a really good poem called Bone Dog, which I learned about from the movie I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which is based on a book called I'm Thinking of Ending Things, which I have read. It's on the shelf over there, but I'm not gonna go get it because that would reveal that I'm wearing jeans while recording this and not dress pants, and I wore this suit so I could be Professor Lane for this. So I don't know where I was gonna go with this, but Professor Stone, if you're watching this, if you're paying attention, this is a cry for help, man. This is a fucking... I put on a whole goddamn tie and a dress shirt and a fucking suit jacket so I could record this thing. I put on my damn Shockers hat because, I don't know, thought it would look nice. Makes you look like a fucking baseball commentator. The thing about this final that's so hard for me is like having that explanation, what about me? Not just the same shit I put in the slideshow I was making in the fucking elementary school, you know, because I did those, right? It's like, talk about yourself to the class, get over your fear of public speaking, don't be a little bitch. I did those. What did I write? I like video games. I've been on some vacations to cool places. My mom's name, my mom's maiden name. The thing about me, modern me, is despite all the hardships following the divorce of my folks, the thing that has remained stable is I just don't express what I'm thinking, ever. So go back and read all the note cards I wrote for your class and establish a correlation of who am I, the jokester, because I don't ever put anything serious on there, because of course I'm gonna write, if you get to say we can talk about anything, about Margaret Thatcher and Chevron deference, because what isn't there to joke about, really? What in my life isn't there to joke about?
So, why did I do it? I could offer a million answers, all false. The truth is that I'm a bad person, but that's gonna change. I'm going to change. This is the last of that sort of thing. Now I'm cleaning up and I'm moving on, going straight and choosing life, and I'm looking forward to it already. I'm gonna be just like you. The job, the family, the fucking big television, the washing machine, the car, the compact disc, an electric 10 opener, good health, low cholesterol, dental insurance, mortgage, starter home, leisure wear, luggage, 3-piece suit, DIY, game shows, junk food, children, walks in the parks, 9 to 5, good at golf, washing the car, choice of sweaters, family, Christmas, indexed pension, tax exemption, clearing gutters, getting by, looking ahead. The day you die. Okay, we're gonna test various shots. Oh god, my phone's gonna fall if I put it up here. I'm gonna do it anyway. So awesome, brand new phones, $4,000 or whatever. All right, that one's not bad. I will be using the soundtrack to the Stanley Parable for this video, so maybe if I put this clip into the finale or something after the plot of the video, Professor, you'll be able to appreciate this moment of freedom. What's not freedom? Genuineness. Here's the real truth, is that I'm gonna put a bunch of weird shit, and this is me talking about my future self. I'm gonna put a bunch of weird shit in this video. I'm gonna show clips from the past projects that I've made and discuss some of my hobbies. But I want the general theme of the video, which is generally also unscripted, because I think that would take away from part of the effect. So I want it to be almost incoherent ramblings about what it means to be alive, about what it means to define yourself, and how I've defined myself in a potentially negative way by my possessions, by my activities, rather than by my internals. So I would like that to be the theme, because the thing that I really want to communicate with this isn't any of the substance of that argument. It's rather that that's the thing that I find beautiful and entertaining, is substance without substance is something that is so fascinating to me. So I think that's what I would like to capture.
Stop.